Friday mornings, Dominic Miranda from Channel 13 joins us for a little Operation Football. Are you a costume guy out and about with a camera tonight, Dominic, or are you playing it straight this evening?
Playing it straight, out and about, perhaps the costume at 11. I guess people will have to tune in and see.
I like it.
That's a tease.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
It's a professional tease.
I know. So, yeah, we've got a lot of football tonight, and obviously at this point in the playoffs, you don't always get a battle of the Titans, but are there some real upset potential out there tonight?
Oh, certainly, and great to have 5A and 6A back in the fold. Our first game of the week this year was Lawrence Central and Lawrence North, and that was an awesome, awesome game, so why not go back to the well? Lawrence Central at Lawrence North. Lawrence Central can absolutely win that game. Every single game Lawrence North plays in comes down to the wire, is a high-scoring game, is a crazy game, is a Big 12 of old game. So very much looking forward to that one. Another one I got my eye on, Zionsville visiting Westfield. Zionsville not ranked, but probably one of the best, 3 and 5 teams you're going to see. I mean, really impressive season. They've kept a lot of games close, and they just have a brutal schedule. So we'll see if they can keep it close against Westfield. Westfield's got a great defense. Another team we covered once this year because they're kind of far away, but did Operation Football Sunrise kickoff there, was Cascade. All right, they're ranked second in Class 3A. They're averaging almost 60 points this year, giving up only 8. They put up 98 points in a football game this year against Greencastle.
Dear Lord.
So, yeah, 98-13 was the final there, and I think they called off the Dogs late. So I know it's pretty obvious by the score.
How early were the Dogs out?
Yeah, right.
Called them off late. 98. They scored 98 in 3 quarters.
Who let them out?
Dogs ran away. So they're playing at Tri-West, all right, and we know what the Sorgi kid can do. So looking to see if Cascade's for real. This is a great test. But I think they have as good a chance to win 3A as anybody. So really interested in that one. New Pal visits Plainfield. We talked about it. New Pal's a buzzsaw. Columbus East can give Whiteland some trouble, and I think Danville could give Roncalli some trouble. So outside of that, got our eyes on Brownsburg and Pike, Greenfield Central, Pendleton Heights. But it's going to be a great night, and I'm sure that something crazy is going to happen. Between it being Halloween and kind of the first round in earnest of sectionals for 5A and 6A, something crazy is going to happen. So I'm excited.
Dominic, so we have, as you alluded to, Lawrence Central heading back to Lawrence North. They lost that game by a touchdown earlier this year, and last year they lost to Lawrence North in the sectional round as well. So how do you think this Will Patterson-led group is embracing this opportunity? Because it feels like that's the hump they can't get over.
Right. Okay, I'm a huge Will Patterson fan, by the way. Really has the boys fired up. Talked to him ahead of the very first game of the season, like we said, and perfect guy to be leading that program, even despite the record. And I don't think there's much to say. Like, they keep it close with almost everybody they play, I feel like, and they play up to their competition. They play down to their competition. Like, they lose to Ben Davis by 31-30. Not a great Ben Davis team. Very next week, they lose to Carmel by 3. Carmel might win state. So I don't know. Like, they absolutely can beat anybody in the state on any given week. So I don't think there's much to say of like, you guys can do this. We've seen we can play with anybody. Let's put a full 4 quarters together, because the great thing about Indiana is record doesn't matter. You're going to make the postseason. I remember when I was a boy, all right, going back in a time machine here. 2005, the Northwood Panthers were 3-6 entering sectional play, rattled off a crazy run with a freshman quarterback, won 3A state against Chittard 7-0. All right, anything can happen this time of year. That was my high school, by the way, Napanee, Indiana. I had to give a shout out to the boys, but I think Lawrence Central can get it done. I really do. So we'll see.
Shout out to Will Patterson. He's a great player at IU. Dominic Miranda with us here, WTHR, where you can find him. Dominic, your least favorite Halloween candy is what?
Candy corn, by far.
I knew I liked you.
On Wednesday.
I don't get it. Can we collectively as a society come together in agreement and say candy corn is a farce? It's fake.
Yeah, the pumpkin candy corn I can get by with a little bit, but yeah, the general candy corn I think is horrific. So Wednesday I'm filling up my coffee over there at the Colts complex, and Dominic's over there, and And, him and I make small, chat about Notre Dame quite often. And next thing you know, he takes a whole bag of candy corn and just dumps it right in my lap when he informs me that if Notre Dame wins out, they are not a lock for the playoffs. Dominic Miranda, what the hell was that?
Look, I'm fallen victim of influence of some anxious Notre Dame fans from Northern Indiana, all right? Just doing the math, like you could have a one-loss Georgia Tech, a one-loss Louisville, a one-loss Miami. If Vanderbilt keeps winning, that talk about scary stuff on Halloween. That's scary stuff if Vanderbilt keeps winning. They're just going to need just a tad bit of help, win out, beat the teams supposed to beat them by a lot, let the chips fall where they may. I think it's about a 70% chance if Notre Dame wins out, they're in. But some crazy stuff could happen where if your two-loss resume against they need Miami to win the ACC and Texas A&M to win the SEC. That's what needs to happen also. But look, I didn't mean to dump candy corn on you.
You did.
I think
candy corn.
You did. Of course you meant to do that.
There was a stretch in that storytelling there that there's a disconnect from reality.
Yeah, don't say.
Look, I think the Irish make the playoff. All right, next question.
Ooh, next he hit you with the Kirk Signetti.
By all means.
All right, Dom, we'll look for a spirited Halloween costume from you tonight at 11 o'clock, all right?
All right, I'm excited. Hey, tune in at 11 o'clock. We're going to have a great show for you. Happy Halloween, fellas. See if the Colts get it done, and I think the Irish will have no problems with Boston College.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Dominic Miranda, Channel 13, Operation Football, brought to you by FAFSA. Filing the FAFSA helps your child access nearly $400 million in Indiana financial aid, including the 21st Century Scholarship. It also unlocks federal grants and scholarships for college or career training. Visit studentaid.gov or learnmoreindiana.org/FAFSA to get started today. Don't wait. Secure your child's future today. That's FAFSA, FAFSA. Get your kid going in college. All right, we're getting ready for some college football this weekend as well. And you talked a little bit about Notre